全球女性都在为中国男人疯。
Has the simp economy finally gone extinct? In past Valentine's days, the internet was buzzing with people asking how to give gifts or send red envelopes. But this year, not only is no one asking, I can't even find a single Valentine's Day ad. When someone suggests giving a gift, the comment sections are overflowing with, buy it for yourself vibes. One netizen said, if I send him 520 yuan, I'd probably get called a hopeless simp. But if I spend 5,000 yuan treating my buddies to barbecue, they'll call me Godfather. Another person chimed in, give me a 100 yuan pack of cigarettes, and I'll look like a king in front of others. Give someone a 100 yuan gift, and they'll recoil like it's poison. Valentine's Day feels like it's already dead to me. Can we just celebrate April Fool's Day early instead? These signs all point to one thing. After years of being human ATMs, guys are finally waking up. Instead of pouring money into girls, they're spending it on themselves first. Take a game like Black Myth. Wukong, it sold 28 million copies, pulling in 9 billion renminbi. And even its Luckin Coffee collab merchandise sold out in seconds. Brands like Mutai, fishing gear, Arc'teryx, cars and tech gadgets. Which one isn't being propped up by men? Even the e-commerce market, long dominated by women, has been overtaken by men. According to 2024 e-commerce data, men outspent women across all product categories in 2023. Last year's Double 11 showed men budgeting 4,805 yuan, topping women's 4,307.8 yuan. People used to joke that spending power ranked like this. Women, kids, the elderly, dogs, men. Now, who'd dare say men's spending is less than a dog's? I'd be the first to object. Times have changed. The simp economy can't hold on any longer. More and more men are realizing that money should be spent finding a partner to share life's highs and lows, not wasted on someone who acts like royalty only to leave you with nothing in the end. What do you think?
中国男女地位将要急剧反转。
Could China's gender dynamics be on the verge of a dramatic reversal? Economics is the foundation of social relationships, and many societal issues boil down to economic roots. The Industrial Revolution and the rise of market economies massively boosted women's economic rights. As the economic base shapes the superstructure, shifts in production relations inevitably spark changes in social ideology. This process has played out in places like Europe, the US, Japan, and South Korea. Higher education for women, greater participation in social production, and a subsequent rise in social influence made the feminist movement a historical inevitability. Yet, under the push of consumerism, capital has deliberately catered to and amplified women's rise. For example, articles in the memeing style encourage women to splurge on clothes, bags and makeup, beauty filters, CEO romance, novels, and idol groups are carefully crafted products that fuel female consumption while subtly gaslighting men into a market dynamic that serves this narrative. Holidays have morphed into frenzies where men foot the bill for women, with guys bearing the financial burden of cars, houses, and hefty dowries. Dating feels more like a job interview where men are the ones being judged. The simp economy has only worsened this imbalance, though simps are really just an extreme subset of men. But could the pendulum be swinging back? History moves in cycles, and when any social phenomenon reaches an extreme, it tends to reverse course. This principle of yin-yang transformation is unfolding now, plummeting marriage and birth rates, men stepping back from pursuing women, and a surge in male spending power and willingness to spend all signal that the social structure is shifting in the opposite direction. Looking ahead as China's economic growth slows, the job advantages women enjoyed during boom times might erode. Meanwhile, more men are waking up to their own worth, refusing to blindly cater to female consumption demands and instead investing in themselves. The capital markets might follow suit, pivoting their messaging from women's consumption reigns supreme to the rise of male spending. The rapid rise of self-media amp.
有一个中国男朋友是一种什么样的体验？
What's it like to have a Chinese boyfriend? Recently, I stumbled across a question on Quora. What's it like dating a Chinese guy? Humph, to all the Chinese guys living abroad, you'd better take care of yourselves, because these foreign ladies have their eyes on you. Let's see what they have to say. 1. He loves me with all his heart. Rebecca, a 23-year-old American girl studying in China, has a Chinese boyfriend. Here's how she describes her relationship. He cares for me and looks after me with all his love. When I got sick, he skipped class to take me to the hospital. When we're together, he cooks for me, helps me carry things, and whenever I need him, he drops everything to come to me, literally running. He shows up at my door sweating and out of breath, sometimes saying, "I love you." If I'm upset, he becomes even gentler, comforting me softly and saying my tears break his heart. He carries me on his back, holds an umbrella for me, and even saves up his own money to spend on me. The best part: he respects me and never forces his opinions on me. In short, Chinese boys score higher than any Western guy I've ever met. Wow, a boyfriend this amazing. Sign me up. Preferably 1.8 meters tall with a 16-pack, please. 2. Faster than I love you. Miss Williams' comment is basically the ultimate international player statement. I've dated at least 10 Chinese guys, and they're not as reserved as people say. In my experience, the average time from the first date to I love you is about a week. 3 of them were even faster than opening a beer. Of course, she also summed up some typical traits of Chinese guys. Asking if you've eaten yet. Bringing you hot water. Helping you carry stuff or walking you home. Texting like crazy, especially when they're really into the relationship. Guys, this woman's clearly a pro. Any brave souls want to take her on? 3. He won over my family. Megan, who grew up in the US, met her Chinese boyfriend from Shenzhen after college. She thought the language barrier would be an issue, but he won her over with actions. The first time we met, I was instantly drawn to his charm. His English wasn't great, and my Chinese was limited to a few phrases, so our first date was basically a Chinese lesson. Later, he worried my family wouldn't accept him, but in reality, he treated my parents even better than he treated me. All summer, he helped out around the house and insisted on paying for everything. Before I knew it, my family was completely won over. Megan adds that compared to Western boyfriends, her Chinese boyfriend can sometimes seem a bit childish, but he's incredibly thoughtful and selfless. He's taught her how to live healthier and be a better partner, completely reshaping her views on happiness and family. 4. He's too good at cooking. An Italian girl's biggest takeaway. Weight gain plus 10 kilos. There's a Chinese saying, to win a girl, first capture her stomach. My boyfriend is an absolute master at this. He's so good at cooking that my weight shot up by 10 kilos. Of course, there were some cultural hiccups. He respects me and is super thoughtful, but sometimes he listens to his mom a little too much, which throws me off. I prefer making my own decisions rather than being swayed by family. Still, she concludes, having a Chinese boyfriend is both sweet and bittersweet. But if you truly love each other, the differences don't matter. 5. Wait, these are Korean guys' strengths. Finally, a Korean guy jumped into the comments, unconvinced. All these qualities you're talking about, those are clearly Korean men's strengths. Haha, who's winning this cultural export battle? Time for a China-Korea friendship showdown.
中国男人正在被全球女性疯抢。
Are women worldwide going crazy for Chinese men? The proportion of Chinese men marrying foreign women nears 60%. Recently, the China Civil Affairs Statistical Yearbook released some jaw-dropping data. The proportion of Chinese men marrying foreign women has soared to nearly 60%. Among the standout regions, Guangxi tops the list with an astonishing 85.57%, followed closely by Yunnan at 83%. These numbers are almost unbelievable. On the surface, it seems more and more Chinese men are tying the knot with foreign women. So what's driving this trend? Let's break it down. Japanese and Korean women. Is marrying a Chinese man the new consensus? White heavy checkmark Korea. Celebrity influence fuels China-Korea romance. Take Korean actress Chu Ja-hyun and her Chinese actor husband Yu Xiaoguang, for example. After their marriage, Korean women started buzzing. Chinese men really know how to spoil their wives. The star power of such couples has only amplified this perception. White heavy checkmark Japan. Pollution issues and impersonation scams. Not long ago, a bizarre story emerged from Japan. Someone pretended to be a Chinese man to scam women into marriage, and raked in millions. Shockingly, he succeeded. This bizarre incident speaks volumes. The charm and reliability of Chinese men have reached a point where, if he's Chinese, he's worth trusting with your life. Southeast Asia, India, and Africa. What's the word on Chinese men? One word: awesome. In countries like Vietnam, India, Nepal, and various African nations, Chinese men enjoy a rock-solid reputation. Why? A big part of it ties back to China's aid projects in these regions. Here's what people are saying. Small blue diamond friendly, gentlemanly, gentle, and dependable. Small blue diamond hardworking, respectful toward women. Small blue diamond family-oriented with a strong sense of responsibility. When it comes to loyalty and duty, Chinese men seem to outshine the competition. The ultimate appeal of Chinese men. Why are women worldwide swooning? Pushpin 1. Low cheating rates and unmatched family responsibility. In global infidelity rankings, Chinese men consistently sit near the bottom, meaning they're among the least likely to cheat. Their commitment to family is off the charts. Pushpin 2. Tigers outside, kittens at home. Out in the world, they're tough, ambitious men who stand tall and work hard. Home. They transform into gentle, caring husbands, cooking, helping with the kids, and doting on their wives. No empty promises here. Just real, tangible devotion. Pushpin 3. Relentlessly hardworking for family happiness. Unlike some who rely on sweet talk but shy away from action, Chinese men put in the effort. They're driven not just by words but by a genuine desire to build a happy life for their loved ones. It's no wonder foreign women increasingly see Chinese men as trustworthy, lifelong partners. Conclusion. Chinese pride shines. Men included. From Japan and Korea to Southeast Asia, India, and Africa, the stellar reputation of Chinese men has gone global. They're responsible, dependable, and downright impressive. So, is it really surprising that women worldwide are falling for Chinese men? Not at all. It's a trend backed by plenty of good reasons.